Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.
All right, Antonio Cromartie, thank you so much for joining us on the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. Appreciate you having you, even though you're a Seminole. It's okay, though.
It's all right. You're a Hurricane. You better be glad I did the show.
Well, I'm not technically a Hurricane, just a Hurricane fan. But yes, we're both down together, as we were discussing before we started recording. As long, we can both just root against the Gators. That's it. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
We're on the same page with that. You actually played with my brother for a year.
Yes.
In New York, which was, in my opinion, Jason's best year because you guys went to the AFC Championship game.
I'm still mad at him.
Why? What'd he do?
He didn't give me no the cool gray J's when they all came out, but he gave everybody else in the locker room some.
He gave everyone in the locker room except you, J's?
Everybody.
Did he forget?
And he told me he was going to get me too. I'm mad at him. Just let him know that.
JT J's. Okay. Note has been made. I will yell at him about that. But I love that year with you guys.
Definitely.
It was a fun year. I got to be a Jets fan, which was new. I enjoyed it because I like being a villain. So that was fun for me. Although I did get followed to my car in Miami.
Oh my gosh.
Well, fans were very mad at him for leaving. But you guys, that team is a little bit back in the news because your boy Revis had some things to say about Richard Sherman.
Yes.
And I know you talked about this on Undisputed, but maybe you can explain it to us a little bit more because I just felt like it was just kind of out of nowhere. But they got beef, I guess.
No, the beef has been on since 2012. Since Revis, when he tore his ACL and Sherman called him out. Well, he didn't just call him out. He called all the other DBs out. And it just went on from there. So, we always said that Sherman he's only a zone corner. Only reason he's good as he was is because he had Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas around him.
Right.
And we felt dude, follow the best receiver. Why won't you do that? And then, so now, the whole fast forward to now is okay, here come Revis. Why won't you follow the best guy around? You hiding. I'm just then I started thinking about it. I was like, man, at the end of the day, this man is still doing what he's supposed to do.
He is playing great, yes.
He's playing great in the scheme that he's in. I can't sit here and get mad at a guy. Me and Sherman had a conversation. He gave me the whole spiel about, look, I respect everybody, but I got to feel like I'm not getting noticed enough because I'm playing in this kind of defense with these type of guys. Now he's in San Fran and he's having more success. I just feel like the whole picture of it is look, the dude is having success in his scheme. He's not asked to be running around, following guys around, traveling to each side. He's been asked to just cover his side of the field, play your zone, and do what you got to do. And he's having success at it.
But I've never in my life thought to even compare Revis and Sherman. To me, they're just both great. And that's that. I can't take anything away from what Richard Sherman's doing. Come back from Achilles injury and now he's in the Super Bowl. What can you even say?
That's my whole thing. I have nothing to say because at the end of the day, the dude is balling his ass off.
He is, yes.
And that's the only thing that goes for as a defensive back. He's going to be a future Hall of Famer. The same thing with Revis. So, you're sitting here arguing with a guy that's going to be in the Hall of Fame with you because you want to be considered the best when actually considered the best. There's a lot that we can call out that can be considered the best from Charles Wilson, Rod Wilson, Mel Blount, Mike Haynes, Lester Hayes, Willie Brown, Champ Bailey to Ty Law to anybody. You can call out all the DBs that say they're the best, but what you arguing for? Why are you getting mad because he's calling himself the best?
I just feel like we can all get along in this regard. I could see if it was a receiver.
My point exactly.
But it doesn't make to me you're arguing. I don't know. I felt like it just came out. I was like, oh gosh, that's so weird. It's so aggressive.
And it came at a time that he got beat, but then he ended up getting an interception in the game.
Right.
So
okay. Well, what do you think of the 49ers this year? Because I had the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year, but I also had the Cowboys. We're not talking about old stuff. Okay, but I did not see the Niners being this great.
I had Chiefs at the beginning of the year. I said there was one player away from making the Super Bowl. I said this in August. And my second one, honestly, it was Green Bay at the beginning of the season. That was my second one. But as the season went on, and when you watch San Fran the way they play, they depend on their front four. They're not telling Garoppolo to go out there and go win the game. Right. We're going to run and we're going to do what we got to go do. It's it's more of a game management than him just going out and just throwing for 300 or 400 yards. I feel like it has to be a green light when he can throw the ball. And when he's playing hot, he's playing hot. The running game helps out a lot, but that front four, you can win with them any day.
They're so physical, though. All of the whole team to me is really physical. Like George Kittle is ridiculous. He's like he just carries 5 men down the field. He acts like a dad who has like your kids like jumping on him, like gonna take him down. He just drags him down the field.
But when you look at this team reminds me of was the 2012 San Fran, how physical they was under Greg Roman, how they ran the ball. But the running scheme is different. The running scheme they have with Kyle Shanahan, it's the zone running team that his dad ran when he was in Denver. So it's a one cut, get downhill, don't get touched, and then go from there.
So I like the Chiefs in this game, even though I respect the 49ers. They're physical, great run game, like you said. You're not going to be able to do what you did last week against the Packers, throwing the ball 8 times against the Chiefs.
No, if you throw the ball 8 times, you're probably going to lose that game, especially playing against a guy. But this is the thing that I have fear of. If they can get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, that's can change the game. If you make him fumble the ball, you make him throw an interception, that can change the game. The other thing that scares me with San Fran is the secondary. They don't have enough speed in the secondary to cover the slowest guy that's in that group is Sammy Watkins. So, and he's a 4-3-2, 4-3-1 type of guy, and everybody else is flying downhill. So it's gonna be a good game. I think with the addition with KC adding Terrell Suggs later on during that year, I think that brought a more physicality to that front seven than they had before. And not only that, but it gives Tyrann Mathieu a chance to roam the field free and do what the hell he want to do. So when you can have your best player that's on defense just roam the field and do what he has to do, it makes the game a whole lot easier.
He's so fun to watch, isn't he?
Definitely. I love playing with that kid when I was in Arizona too.
He's great. Well, so the one thing about you saying getting pressure on Patrick Mahomes that I think you have to pay attention to, at least if we're just going to look at what happened during the regular season, when it comes to the 49ers, mobile quarterbacks gave them problems all season. They close. I don't want to say struggle, but had close games with the Seahawks, obviously. Yes. 1 or 2 plays goes the other way, and they might not even be here right now. Arizona gave them trouble with Kyler Murray, and Baltimore beat them. And we know what Lamar Jackson is.
Yes.
So Patrick Mahomes is a mobile quarterback.
But Aaron Rodgers can be considered a mobile quarterback when he wanted to. When he wanted to run early in his career, okay.
But now you think he's a mobile quarterback now?
I mean, I don't consider him as a mobile quarterback now. But if you play Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers really wanted to run and get outside the pocket, he can create the space. That's something that they did very well. They kept him inside the pocket. So when you keep a guy like that that's inside the pocket that cannot extend the plays, it's harder for him to go out and go make plays. And I feel they have that dynamic front four that you look for. You don't have to. You can sit back and pressure. You can do whatever you want to do just with the front four. You can maybe add a linebacker here and there to get the pressure in his face. Then it's like every gap and every window is already closed. You're not going to be able to have a one-on-one battle with Bosa. You're not going to be able to have a one-on-one battle with Armstead or Buckner or D Ford or any other guy that's out there on that front four.
Do you think the Packers will be back next year? I thought that Aaron Rodgers would be in the MVP conversation this year, but it kind of their offense sort of went through Aaron Jones. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that this is whereas I think this was lightning in a bottle for the Titans.
Yes.
No, I love Derrick Henry. Super fun to watch. Well, I ain't gonna give you Ryan Tannehill 2 years in a row. I can't do it. I've just seen too much of Ryan Tannehill, and he had a great season. I'm happy for him, but I just don't think they're gonna be that team to me that's in the playoffs this year. There's always a team that doesn't make it next year. It's the Rams this year. To me, that's the Titans. But do you think the Packers will be back here or can make it to another Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers?
I believe they can, but I think they need to get more weapons on the outside. Only weapon he has is Devontae Adams. I mean, you had Addison, who was playing well when he first got there as a rookie, but fell off. I don't know who the other guys are. They just seem like they just no-name guys, but I think he needs at least 1 or 2 more weapons on the outside to actually be a guy that can be the Aaron Rodgers that everyone's looking for.
So one of the other big stories that's going to start really picking up steam after the Super Bowl is over is what is Tom Brady going to do? Mm-hmm. Now, I think he's going to go to the Chargers / I want him to go to the Chargers. Now, in general, I'm not going to say I don't care about the Chargers, but I don't really care about the Chargers. But I just think they have some interesting pieces. I like Anthony Lynn, and I think he wants to try and go somewhere where he can win now and prove that he was really the one responsible for the dynasty in New England. And I don't think Belichick's gonna have a problem letting him leave because I think he wants to prove that he was the one responsible. Although they don't have another quarterback, so I don't know what their plan is there unless they believe in what's his name, Stidham.
Stidman or whatever his name is.
Stidman.
Yeah.
Stidman.
Stidman.
The new bit. Anyway, what do you think Tom Brady does?
I think he leaves, but I'm like this. Everyone wants to talk about was it Brady, was it Belichick, but Belichick's went 11-5. They didn't make the playoffs in 2008, and they played that with Matt Castle. Matt Castle won them 11 games. So I mean, he's won with other quarterbacks. So is it really?
But it hasn't won a Super Bowl.
No, he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but
I'm talking
he's
about
won
Super Bowls.
I can't take away that. Then I think it's both. You got to put both of them in that boat. Who has credit? But I think they do want to try to prove they can win without each other. And,
I do too.
I see the Chargers, but then I don't. But then I'm just like, what other team would he go to?
Like, what's your gut tell you he's gonna do? Like, cause my gut tells me
my gut's telling me he's gonna leave and go to the Chargers. That's my gut
I just
feeling.
love chaos, and that is gonna be.
You know how much chaos that would cost?
Yes, a lot. That's the business we're in. I want to have chaos.
And
yes.
then Phillip Rivers gonna go to New England.
No.
Watch.
No.
Watch. Phillip wants to win.
I think Phillip's done.
I don't think he's done.
What's he gonna? What?
Listen,
do you think he has? You think he has some left?
Do you know how much controversy that would be?
Yes, it would be ridiculous.
Oh, that would be. That's great for football.
It is great, but
I would
I don't
love
think,
to see that.
But you think Phillip Rivers? Still, and look, I feel like I'm banging on Phillip Rivers. I actually like Phillip Rivers a lot. I just think I don't know if he has anything left, man.
I think he does. I think he goes to New England.
Well, that thought had never crossed my mind because I have retired Phillip Rivers.
Listen,
myself,
if it's a 1-year deal, he gets a chance to make the playoffs. I'll take that opportunity because that gives him.
From his perspective,
from his perspective, that's how I would look at it. I'll go to one of the greatest coaches of all time and go up there and go play 1 or 2 years and see if I can win a Super Bowl.
Now, there's been Peter King was saying that there's a possibility Andy Dalton goes to.
I would not take Andy Dalton on any team.
So we're retiring Andy Dalton.
Yeah, he needs to retire. And that's just being real. Listen, Rooster Redhead, Andy Dalton. I don't going to New England? No.
I mean, I just think that would be amazing because I think New England fans would lose their minds.
I'd rather play Stidman, the quarterback, the backup quarterback.
Jarrett
than,
Stidham?
Stidham, whatever his name is. I'd rather play him than Andy Dalton.
Well, so obviously the Bengals have the number 1 overall pick, and they're probably going to take Burrow. We don't know. Fingers crossed still.
If I'm them, I'm trading that pick and getting 3 other picks.
So I want them to do that because I want the Dolphins to take Burrow. So I would like for them.
You don't want Fitzmagic?
No, listen. I like Ryan Fitzpatrick. I do, but he's not the future.
No, he's not.
So the only way that works to me is if they get Tua. Like Tua to me needs to go somewhere where he can sit for a year.
Then New England would be the best place for him to go sit.
Probably, but he's not gonna make it to New England.
No, he won't.
So I don't think he'll make it. He'll make it out of the top 7.
It just depends on how he does with the injury.
But there's so many teams that need quarterbacks.
There is, but you're not going to sit here and invest a top 10 pick.
Why not?
The money like that into a quarterback that may not play that year.
I don't know if you have a choice. I think you got to take that risk. The draft is a crapshoot anyway.
It is, and it's all about potential.
So who do you like better, Burrow or Tua?
I actually like Tua.
See, I like Burrow. I liked Burrow before Tua's major injury. Like before all this chaos happened, I still was like Burrow.
I'm going off track record. I can't go off one season.
It's not just a season. Yeah. It's the greatest statistical season we have ever seen by a human being playing that position in college football history.
You got to put the 2013 Florida State Seminoles up there too, because that's when they won the national title. Hey, I'm just being real. You got to put that team up there with Jameis Winston.
I'm not talking about the whole team. I'm talking about Burrow specifically.
But Jameis Winston was only like 6 yards or 7 yards behind what Burrow has done in that whole career.
So he wasn't first.
Don't mess with my Seminoles now. The greatest team of this decade has been the Florida State Seminoles, and that's hands down. I don't care what LSU has done.
It was LSU.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was LSU. But look, I feel you. I feel like with Tua and Burrow, it's just a preference. I personally didn't like the injuries, and now that's another thing. So I just think availability is a skill.
Definitely.
And it makes me nervous that he already has all of those injuries. Plus, I think Burrow just played an incredible season, and I like Burrow. But so if you would trade to the Bengals, that's good. Keep saying that. Because that's what that's
what needs
the
to
kind of
happen.
energy we need to put out there.
For your Dolphins, huh?
Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank
you. It was good
you.
to see you, and I will definitely let JT know that you are expecting some J's.
Yes.
That's
and
unfortunate.
tell him he can send me some cigars from his cigar shop too.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably what you'll get.